Since the early 2000s, we in visually impaired youth Sweden have an exchange project in Nepal, one of the poorest countries in the world. Nepal is a third of Sweden's size, but has a population that's 3 times larger. In the beginning of the project, we collaborated with the NAB, Nepal Association of the Blind, on the mission to try to empower their youth. Meet Ramchandra Gaire, former member of NAB's youth committee and general secretary in Blind Youth Association Nepal.
When we are working as a youth committee member, we always have kind of dream, maybe one day we should form an independent organization so that many youth can be a member of the organization and learn many more things. Well, we had that idea, but we didn't know how to do that.
In 2012, Ram and his friends registered their own organization, Blind Youth Association Nepal, BYAN.
But it didn't work the way we thought, because we did not have any resources, we don't have a staff to carry out our activity, and also we didn't have any office space. So sometimes we had to have our meeting in open ground, under the sun. Sometimes it was raining, sometimes it was burning hot. The only thing we had is our interest and willpower to work together for other people.
At that time we were still collaborating with NAB. The project had so far resulted in a music education for people with visual impairment and the hostel for women to ensure a safe living environment in the capital, Kathmandu. But since we are a youth organization, we naturally started to focus more and more on establishing BYAN.
As Swedish visually impaired youth always want to promote the youth issue and led by youth themselves, we are very thankful that they found us, we found them, and later on the collaboration that was happening with National Association from 2001 to 14 was shifted to the blind youth.
Thanks to our collaboration, we have achieved many things that we never thought were even possible.
Like one of them is a policy change in the civil service sector. In Nepal, if you are a blind or visually impaired person, then you cannot take your exam by yourself. You have to have another person who is from lower grade, and he or she has to read the question, you have to explain the answer, and that person has to write it down for you. Which is kind of unfair, because we get the equal time, and sometimes the question is also asked about the pictures and graphs, geometry, mathematics, which blind people cannot see. So we did continuous advocacy from the support that we were receiving from Visually Impaired Youth Sweden, and because of continued advocacy, now the government has made a decision that blind people or visually impaired people, when they appear in the exam for either university or in a civil service sector like a government job, they will get 10% extra time. And additionally, if there are questions related to the picture or the graphs, since blind people cannot see, they don't have to do that answer. They will get additional marks based on the other score. So this has been a significant achievement which not only impacted to our members, but it also gives the benefit to the all visually impaired people throughout the country.
We have also worked a lot on the organizational development of BYAN and helped them to establish their own chapters so they can reach out to more members.
Well, we are also very happy to share that now in these 6-7 years of our history and the 5 years of collaboration, we have already been able to establish our 9 district chapters, where currently in 6 years we have 472 members, and the male-female ratio is almost 40-60%, and we are very happy that some of the district chapters are being led by the female. Country like Nepal, it's very difficult to bring the male-female in equal situation. However, what we have learned from the Swedish Visually Impaired Youth Association, we are always inspired to bring the gender perspectives, that men and women or the boys and girls work together and bring the opportunity so that it will generate the equality between the both.
One key aspect to achieve all these things is MyRight, the Swedish umbrella organization for international development work. They are working to ensure that people with disabilities are better able to access their rights. The development work is driven as a partnership between Swedish disability organizations and their equivalents in MyRight's partner countries. MyRight supports projects and programs that help to make disability organizations in the partner countries stronger, more democratic, and able to participate in social development. And they are also supporting our partnership with BYAN. Without them, this would not be possible. Meet Suyana, Country Coordinator in MyRight Nepal.
One of the main role of MyRight is to monitor the partner organization and facilitate in implementing the project. And besides that, we also facilitate the partner organization to have a capacity building, to build the capacity of partner organization as well as the persons with disabilities. And besides that, we also work with the government so that partner organization do not need to get the approval from the government. And on behalf of the partner organization, we do those kind of getting approval and do the evaluation. We facilitate the partner organization. So other INGOs, they do not work directly with the DPOs, and MyRight is working directly with the partner organization, having a partnership with the persons with disabilities. That is one of the uniqueness. And another uniqueness is that MyRight is more focusing on the capacity building of the partner organization, so that even after phasing out the project, partner organization, they can implement or they can sustain the project. So these are the few uniqueness in our work.
So we have now achieved the dream of BYAN, and the project has so far been really successful. In Zoom we have been conducting development work in Nepal for over 20 years, but there is still a lot to do.
Because now we have 470 plus members, and the members have big trust on us. And when they trust, that means they do have expectations from the organization. At the moment, BYAN has various challenges. Our district chapters are now in a situation where we were before, and they are having their meetings under the tree in an open ground. District chapters have a lot of excitement and interest to work in a regular basis, but we are not able to fully support our chapters, even though they are asking for it.
BYAN is hitting milestone after milestone, and advocacy work is going great. Their work in SRHR, sexual and reproductive health and rights, has even been featured on Nepali television. But there is a problem. The people in Nepal who need BYAN the most are those living in the poor villages far away from Kathmandu. Being a small country with limited resources, filled with big mountains and undeveloped public transportation, it's very hard for BYAN to reach out to these people. They can't simply afford it. So BYAN is making change, but not always to those who may need it the most.
Another area of the challenge that BYAN currently facing is the employment. Many educated people now are looking for a job, but staying in a hostel with the blind people with limited skills, lack of social support, these computer skills, language skills, confident, though they have a knowledge, due to lack of such social skills, they are not able to get a job. Education system is still very conventional in Nepal for blind people. So BYAN is facing a major challenge to bring the inclusive education for the blind and visually impaired youth, because still many people go to the hostel, and we want to change that. We are very happy that US was established to deinstitutionalize the hostel system for the blind, and you guys were very successful. And we also have a vision to stop those kind of hostel facilities or the institutional care for the blind people, but very long way to go. BYAN has a vision which is Nepali blind and visually impaired people, especially youth, will live an independent and dignified life in an inclusive society. So we see BYAN's future is very bright, but to have that brightness, we are facing a lot of challenges. We always need some extra support. With your support, we are very much confident that we can reach our destination.